Coming up next on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, round 2 of the Mount Zion Snocross National from the big snow country of Ironwood, Michigan. Is the classic comeback complete for Elias Ishul? Can the Viking Rocket return from a season-ending injury and get back to the top of the box? From Norway to the USA, defending Pro Women's champ Malene the Machine continues to expand her legendary racer status, and along the way, she's rewriting the record books. Pro Lite champ Creighton Dillon begins his title defense on the mountain at Mount Zion. AMSOIL Championship Snocross on Fox Sports is next.
The journey to crown our 2025 AMSOIL Championship Snocross champions has to begin somewhere. It might as well be at the beginning. Welcome to round number 1, the Mount Zion Snocross National here in Ironwood, Michigan at the Mount Zion Ski Hill. Hello everyone, welcome to our coverage on Fox Sports. I'm Paul Small, my tag team partner, former racer and champion Robbie Malinowski. And Robbie, when it came to the first race of the year, did you ever have any pre-race jitters?
You bet I did, and it was always a tough one, and you just wanted to get through it nice and healthy, set yourself up for success for the next round, and build off that with confidence and, of course, results.
All right, let's join the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Erica Allreed.
Thanks so much, guys. Someone who might not have as many pre-race jitters now is Elias Ishul, coming off what could have been a career-ending injury. Nonetheless, he got the Dominator win, and I think if anything, that speaks to the mindset that Elias Ishul has had. He has been our 5-time champion, and honestly, I don't think anybody really doubted that he could come back after something like that, and his talents were on full display last night. He said, honestly, after that one, he could have hung up his helmet on the shelf. He was so satisfied with that performance. And although his third Dominator title, that one felt the sweetest.
We're ready for the first leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown, and no surprise, the reigning and defending AMSOIL Pro champion was the #1 qualifier earlier today.
Yeah, Imo Har looking spicy out there, but let's not forget about Elias. He did win last night, the Dominator, and he's got something to prove.
8 minutes plus 1 lap. The 30-second clock to the green light is ticking down as the engines get up to temperature. We're ready to go with the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Who will get the stud boy hole shot? It looks like it might have been Ishul that got there first.
Oh, Ishul with a little mistake in that first corner. It looks like Hunter Patno gets the whole shot. Jacob Bjork at second. Elias sitting in that third spot.
What a ripper of a start for the Ocho. One slid out of the track.
Jacob Bjork, he was sitting second place.
Oh, and that is a terrible break for him. He's got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to get that work done. But doing work at the front of the field right now is Hunter Patno, riding for De Silva Motorsports, as he will come out of the lone left-hander on this track down to the AMSOIL finish line jump, being chased by the Viking Rocket Elias Ishul, Emil Har in the #3 position.
Okay, table is set. Hunter Patno with the whole shot. He hasn't seen one of these in a little while. Let's see if he does calm down, let the race come to him, and look at Elias starting to make moves already.
And Gustav Salson feeling a little bit racy here in the early going, riding for the United States Air Force Skidoo and AMSOIL out of the Shearing Speed Sports stable. He is right there behind Emil Har, trying to advance his position. Jordan LaBelle rounding out the top 5 here in the early going, and now the friends are battling on the racetrack for the runner-up spot.
That's right, Emil Har starting to make some moves back there. He knows this is a shorter race than normal, with these only being about 8 minutes long, so you need to assert yourself right away. And these tracks being as smooth as they are early in the night, it's going to be hard to make passes.
So Hunter Patno is gapped out to about a 1.7-second advantage over the Viking Rocket Elias Ishul. But if there's one thing that we know about Elias and his riding style, he will kind of take it easy here for a little bit, suss out the lines, and then those afterburners kick in, and look out.
Yeah, he sure does, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Gustav Salmonsen right now, sitting in that 4th spot. He needs to just relax a little bit. He's got Cody Cam sitting in that 5th spot, so he's got pressure. He just needs to let the race kind of develop a little bit and find your lines. And as I'm saying that, look at, we got a challenger.
Yeah, Emo's going to go to the outside here. The Moose trying to hunt down the Viking Rocket in a battle for the 2nd spot as they exit the FXR turn. That inside bottom lane seems to be a little bit quicker right now.
Yeah, the inside is definitely faster, but you don't have to deal with the roost if you're Emo Har right now. You can get away from that a little bit, take a breather, and kind of wait for something to pop up.
5.5 minutes plus 1 lap to go here in the first leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. The gap remaining consistent at about 1.6 seconds. Hunter Patno on the number 8 sled. The Ocho heading the field over Elias Inschel, Emil Har, Gustav Salston, and Jordan Labelle.
Yeah, Har's really starting to piece that uphill together really nice. And you can see he's getting right beside Elias. He might have something for him here. He's going to have that advantage on the inside. Let's see how close it is.
He gets a little bit
He
closer
got him.
and slips through and gets the number 2 spot. The Moose up into the runner-up position here.
Look at this. Emo Har making moves. Now he's got to set his sights. Try to get to Hunter's tail and see if he can put something together. The way he's going up that hill, though, right now, he is going to be right there. Watch for the pass right here.
All right, let's go down for a mid-race update trackside with Erica.
Guys, Hunter Patno used the word relieving to describe being on this new 1-3 Motorsports team. The best years he had in his racing career, and the championship he won was with Jake De Silva as his mechanic and Lincoln Lemieux as his teammate. He feels he's where he's supposed to be and hopes this change in pace is going to be the jump start his career needs. And with this start, that seems highly possible, but can he hold off Emil Har?
Right now, Emil Har is giving the Ocho absolute fits as they come out of that haste break left-hander and head for the AMSOIL finish line jump. Har is putting the pressure on here with about 3 minutes, 55 seconds and a lap to go.
Yeah, and Hunter Patno changed his lineup there. He's seen what was happening. He was losing time, so watch after this. He does that triple, gets through here, and now he switches. He goes from the inside to the outside. He looks over. Look at this. Crossing lines.
Har trying to cross over move, trying to come off the outside lane here, coming out of the lane split as they come to the AMSOIL finish line jump. And Moose is up alongside Patno for the race lead. Has him going into the FXR turn.
What a pass and what a race right now. Emil Har is just dominating the field and looking great out front. He's got these uphills wired. Oh, little mistake as I say that. Hang on to it.
So your top 3 have pulled away a little bit. It is Har now holding on to the lead over Hunter Patno. Elias Inschel maintains the 3rd spot. Then it's about a 3-second gap back to where Gustav Salston is. And Jordan Labelle and Cody Kemp, they've been going tooth and nail, trading that 5th spot back and forth. Right now, Labelle has the measure of Cody Kemp for that 5th position.
And look at Hunter. He's starting to pick up on those lines. That's one advantage he has. Obviously, he wanted to hold on to that lead, but he's got company. Elias is starting to piece the track together a little bit better. I think Hunter, having that lead early, you kind of get stuck in your lane, and you don't realize where else you can go on the track, and you start to box yourself in on your line choices.
Time will soon become the enemy of Hunter Patno, Elias Inschel, and the rest of the pack, and trying to catch your race leader, Emil Har. Emil laying it down here. 2.6-second advantage over this battle that we're watching for second between Patno and Emil Har, both on skidoo, or Patno and Inschel, both on skidoos.
One line that Hunter Patno needs to clean up is that uphill. He keeps casing that second triple. Either lay up a little bit, don't case it, or try to find a way to get over it. And let's see if he cleans it up right now, because that put Elias right to his tail.
And Elias getting a face full of roost there, ducking his head for a moment as they head up that U.S. Air Force flyaway. Triple, clean one that time for the Viking Rocket. He'll pull up alongside of the skidoo corner as they hit the lane split now in the Polaris turn. He'll be on the inside of the Polaris turn on the outside of the left-hander.
I think Elias is going to be able to pull this one off. It's going to be close as they go to the finish line. No, not enough. Hunter Patno showing some grit.
Patno will protect that bottom line again through the FXR corner. Inschel so close he could touch his rear snow flap as they head back into the U.S. Air Force flyaway. This is where Inschel is making up the time again. Not quite as clean over that second triple, though.
No, but I think this lap he is going to make that pass happen. It's going to be close, though. Right now, you see that outside-inside. Hunter with the advantage. I think Elias has it right there. Makes it.
Locks it in. So with about 55 seconds left to go, Elias Ischel makes the move on Hunter Patno to go up into second. But while those two were dicing it out, Emil Haar clocking some hot laps. His last lap of 29.644. Ischel's last lap of 29.9. And he has opened up a gap now close to 5 seconds. But he's got some traffic to deal with here as we get into the final 30 seconds plus a lap.
And that is in traffic right now. Haar is being able to keep that maintain that pace in the traffic. So Elias is going to have to change some things if he wants to get to the tail there of Emil Haar, because he's just piecing the track together a little bit better, in my opinion, right now. And see Travis Kern going to go a lap down.
Travis on the Ditch Witch of Minnesota and Iowa sled stays on one side. Emil Haar comes off the other side, comes over the AMSOIL finish line jump. 2 laps to go as the clock will expire here. So that means that the next time Emil Haar comes over the AMSOIL finish line jump, the white flag will be waving. And he just put his hand up in the air. I don't know if he was gesturing Jesse Kirchmeier ahead of him or a rider behind him.
I'm not too sure what he was thinking there, but he's got quite a bit of room. Elias is sitting at about 3.7 seconds back. He's going to get the white flag here pretty soon. So,
yeah, and Elias is in the thick of the same kind of traffic that Emil Haar is dealing with right now. There is the white flag for the Moose as he makes his way around the outside of the FXR turn, trying to put a lap on Showtime Jesse Kirchmeier here. Ischel is getting a little bit of that gap and starting to narrow it down a little bit, but he's going to flat run out of time here.
That's all right, though. A second in the first round, you still have plenty of options to go out and win. You kind of control your own destiny right now. But right here, Emil Haar taking the win.
So Haar wins leg 1 of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here at the Mount Zion Snocross National. Viking Rocket Elias Ischel in for second. Hunter Patno comes away with the number 3 position. So a great ride for Hunter after leading about the first third of this event, coming away with that 3rd place finish. The Moose, Emil Haar picking up the win. He's standing by with our Erica Ulrey.
Emil starting that race from outside the top 5 to ending up to be our first Triple Crown round winner of the season. What was that push forward through the pack like for you?
I don't know. I was able to figure out some lines early in the beginning, and the guys were running fast, but I was able to use the split lines to get by them, and yeah, it worked.
A lot to be proud of after that one. Congratulations.
Still ahead, the Anderson Maple Syrup Pro Light class is on the line, and the target is on defending champ Creighton Dillon. Will he step up again? AMSOIL Championship Snowcross is presented by Skidoo. That Skidoo feeling. By AMSOIL, performance you demand, protection you deserve. And by Polaris, think outside.
We're back here on Fox Sports with more from the Mount Zion Snocross National. It's AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, and it's time for the Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup Pro Light Final. Anybody looking particularly sharp to you, Robbie?
Yeah, right now I'm looking at Freeland. He looks like he's got something to prove, and he's always a hard charger at the end of these long finals. So keep your eye on him. No matter where he starts, he seems to always be charging near the end.
Let's get a pre-race report from Erica Ulrey.
Our defending champion, Creighton Dillon, said he wants to focus on being a more mature rider this season. Now that he has his championships and a whole lot of confidence in wins, he wants to hone in on exercising patience and getting in the mindset of a pro. He wants to take in all he can this season and learn as much as possible before jumping up to the pro ranks next season, and it all starts here.
Ooh, looks like Anson got a great jump, but Creighton, no, Brandon Nelson is going to take the whole shot, it looks like.
Oh, and it is a traffic jam and sleds almost off the track. Toby Posey and a couple of others, I think, pushed off, and one sled is left in the pile at the end of the lap. It is Evan Christian. Oh, what a bad break for Evan on the number 33, just getting going now over the AMSOIL finish line. He got caught up, and another jingle happens here on the opening lap, taking out another sled as well, as Nelson survives it all and holds on to the lead here in the early going. Through the FXR turn, he's within a couple of sled lengths, tries to turn down to get a lower line on the straightaway, and then switches it up to go to the outside. That might pay off.
It might. Creighton got a great drive up that hill. Brandon Nelson sitting in kind of the driver's seat, but Creighton is going to try to force his way through and set sail. Can he get it done?
Oh, he cranks a nice line off the inside. He's up alongside Nelson. Battle for the lead, goes into the FXR turn. Oh, Nelson carries him to the top of the berm.
Heads up racing by Nelson. That was great to see. He didn't just relinquish that spot. And look at going up that hill. Great run by Nelson again. Gotta calm down. He's got time on his hands right now. He's got over 5 minutes. Looks like he's gonna get the pass done though, right there.
Did he get in front of him? Yes!
Creighton takes the line away. Can Nelson fight back, do any kind of damage on that lead now?
And Dylan, now that he's up front, does he try to kick in the jets here and pull away? I believe he does. He's already opened up a little bit of a gap here on Nelson. Dylan has checked down here by about 4 seconds over this developing battle for the final 2 podium spots, because Malou continues to pound that Skidoo sled as hard as he possibly can into the snow to drive it ever closer to the Brandon Nelson's number 57.
But pay attention to Freeland. He's just behind these riders. He is starting to make a push, and he is one that will go to the end all the way and keep fighting. So
down to less than 2.5 minutes plus 1 lap to go. Braden Dillon continues to check out a little bobble for Nelson, and that was enough. Malou slides by and grabs the number 2 spot.
This is where I said the race gets real right now. Brandon needs to settle in a little bit, take that breath. The posture that I see out of him right now is, I can't believe I'm in the position that I'm in, and I just need to keep fighting, get through all this.
Yeah, he's got very little room to recover here, though, because Freeland is on his back end here, trying to get that final podium spot away. So this could turn into a 3-way dance battle for the final podium spot. Here comes a charging Drew Freeland off the inside of the left-hander, blasts his way towards the AMSOIL finish line jump, makes the move, and takes over the final podium spot in 3rd. So nothing like opening up a championship defense by winning the first race of the season. Job done. The Anderson Smear Pure Maple Syrup Pro Light Main goes to Creighton Dillon.
Creighton, a lot of praise coming from Robbie in the booth, and the way that you handled that battle with Brandon Nelson and the poise and the patience that you demonstrated in that one. So how were you dissecting what he was doing, and when did you know the opportunity was there?
I mean, I was surfing all over that track. I was trying to find any line I could, and once the track kind of broke up, I found my line, and we got around him and put my head down, took some deep breaths, and we got right onto it. And I just couldn't be here without my whole family, my mom, my dad, my uncle. Huge shout out. I did this one for my grandpa. He recently passed away, and I just want to dedicate this one to him.
The autograph session at an AMSOIL Championship Snowcross is a great opportunity for the fans to meet and greet the world's greatest snowcross racers, even asking about a riding tip or a garage hat. Earlier today, the town of Ironwood came out for a snowcross holiday mixer at the Cold Iron Brewery. Hey, there's Emil Haar, Ava McCurdy, and a young Eli Pauline, nephew of snowcross racer and team manager Kyle Pauline. Let's go behind the scenes inside the haulers as some of the best mechanics on the planet work their mad science.
Right here, he's a green.
Yep.
You got a little trigger happy. He got trigger happy, and then
We always like to feature the youngest stars of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross because, hey, the pros of today had to get their start somewhere. In this case, it's the Rock Speed FX Champ 120 category.
Yeah, and one thing cool about this is they get to race on the same course that the pros do, and they get to experience the same feeling and adrenaline that all those pros get to do as well. Ooh, looks like an Artie Cat out front. Looks like that could be Tyler Ullman.
And it's going to be Leaders who pushes Uman aside a little bit there, got the sweep to the inside, then took the line away, so he will have the lead coming through the FXR turn. Uman is going to be leading the rest of a charging pack behind him from that second position. Looks like he's got some company. That might be Maxim Bellrive or Brian Peterson trying to work around the outside. It's Peterson trying to battle Uman now for the runner-up spot.
And the battle is still right here, and we still have a lot of laps left. Oh, look at Peterson. Aggressive.
Yeah, he just pulled the Snocross version of a block pass going down into the FXR turn. And now jets away by a couple of sled lengths in that runner-up position. He's going to go trying to chase after Andy Leaders, but Uman trying to have a say in the matter once again, tries to come to the inside of the Polaris turn. And this is where the fitness factor starts to kick in as we're closing in on having just a handful of laps still to run in this Pro-Am Plus 30 final presented by Thomas's Snow Sport.
And right there, 3 seconds down now. So that was costly. That lap was really hard on Peterson. So he's got to go back to work, try to close that gap down.
Yep. 2 laps left to go for the rider from Wausau, Wisconsin. As he continues to try to pick his way through traffic, he's got the 407 of Maxim Bellrive that is back in the number 7 position that he was looking at a moment ago. So that'll give you an idea of how far into the field that Andy Leaders is putting riders a lap down. Pretty fast pace out here at the front. So Andy Leaders will make his way out of the Skidoo corner. I don't know if he can hear Brian Peterson coming, but he's coming and coming in hot. Is he going to have enough time? It looks like Andy Leaders is going to be able to hang on. He's just going to make it through this final corner and across the AMSOIL finish line.
Oh, wow, look at that. 0.5 seconds. He cut that lead down to. Great ride by Peterson. Uman's going to take the 3rd spot.
Andy, a lot of people celebrating this win here tonight, especially considering just 1 round ago it didn't necessarily go to plan. So how'd you bounce back?
Oh man, you just put it behind you and away you go. You get back on the buggy and you go. It's all you can do. But yeah, I was a little sore after yesterday. Took a pretty hard hit there in the final. You know, it's all on me. Just started coming over too early. And yeah, tonight I just wanted to be safe and stay on the sled and just rode my own race. And yeah, just huge thank you to Team Lavalley.
More from the AMSOIL Triple Crown is coming up. Is the moose loose? The big strong Swede with speed, Emil Haar, is ready to rock.
We're back at the Mount Zion Snocross National. It's AMSOIL Championship Snocross here on Fox Sports. Emil Haar won the first leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Robbie, can he win leg number 2 and possibly set up a sweep?
He sure can, and he looked absolutely lights out in that first one. So I'm looking for more of that, but you just never know. And getting through that first corner is going to be hard for any of these riders. So let's wait and see how that plays out.
Pro champ Emil Haar said it's quote-unquote me versus me this season. He knows he has all the tools it takes to win. It's just a matter of execution. He said he feels no outside pressure from the team or holding the red plate, just the pressure he puts on himself. But he knows that if he shows up and rides to his full capabilities, he will be contending for podiums and race wins and looks forward to racing one of his good friends, Elias Ishwal, and fellow champ for this year's title.
As the engines get up to temperature, we're ready to go with the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Who will get the stud boy hole shot? It looks like it might have been Ishwal that got there first.
Oh, Ishwal with a little mistake in that first corner. It looks like Hunter Patno gets the hole shot. Jacob Björk at second. Elias sitting in that 3rd spot.
What a ripper of a start for the Ocho. 1 sled out of the track.
Jacob Björk, he was sitting 2nd place.
Oh, and that is a terrible break for him. He's got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to get that work done. But doing work at the front of the field right now is Hunter Patno riding for De Silva Motorsports.
He's got pressure. He just needs to let the race kind of develop a little bit and find your lines. And as I'm saying that, look at it. We got a challenger.
Yeah, Emil's going to go to the outside here. The Moose trying to hunt down the Viking Rocket in a battle for the 2nd spot as they exit the FXR turn. That inside bottom lane seems to be a little bit quicker right now.
Yeah, the inside is definitely faster, but you don't have to deal with the roost if you're Emil Haar right now. You can get away from that a little bit, take a breather, and kind of wait for something to pop up. really starting to piece that uphill together really nice. And you can see he's getting right beside Elias. He might have something for him here. He's going to have that advantage on the inside. Let's see how close it is.
He gets a little bit
He
closer
got him.
and slips through and gets the number 2 spot. The Moose up into the runner-up position here.
Look at this. Emil Haar making moves. Now he's got to set his sights. Try to get to Hunter's tail and see if he can put something together. The way he's going up that hill, though, right now, he is going to be right there. Watch after this. He does that triple, gets through here, and now he switches. He goes from the inside to the outside. He looks over. Look at this. Crossing lines.
Hard trying to cross over move, trying to come off the outside lane here, coming out of the lane split as they come to the AMSOIL finish line jump. And Moose is up alongside Padfield for the race lead. Has him going into the FXR turn.
What a pass and what a race right now. Emil Haar is just dominating the field and looking great out front. He's got these uphills wired.
His rear snow flap as they head back into the U.S. Air Force flyaway. This is where Ischel is making up the time again. Not quite as clean over that second triple, though.
No, but I think this lap he is going to make that pass happen. It's going to be close, though. Right now, you see that outside, inside. Hunter with the advantage. I think Elias has it right there. Takes it.
Locks it in. So with about 55 seconds left to go, Elias Ischel makes the move on Hunter Patno to go up into second. But while those two were dicing it out, Emil Haar clocking some hot laps. His last lap of 29.644. Ischel's last lap of 29.9. And he has opened up a gap now close to 5 seconds. But he's got some traffic to deal with here as we get into the final 30 seconds plus a lap.
That's all right, though. A second in the first round, you still have plenty of options to go out and win. You kind of control your own destiny right now. But right here, Emil Haar taking the win.
So Haar wins leg 1 of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here at the Mount Zion Snocross National. Viking Rocket Elias Ischel in for second. Hunter Patno comes away with the number 3 position. So a great ride for Hunter after leading about the first third of this event, coming away with that 3rd place finish. Let's go down to Erica.
Elias, an incredibly hard-fought and well-deserved win for you here in this second round. How were you able to answer back every time Emil tried to make a move and stick a ski in there?
No, the first laps in the first hit, I rode terrible and rode stiff, and in the end there I could find some better lines and make up some ground again. But yeah, no, my riding is way too stiff. This Moto2 is not happy about my riding. Shouldn't say that because I should be stoked where I'm at right now, but yeah, when you get the win yesterday, I put even more pressure on myself today, and yeah, I know when my riding is good, and right now it's not where it should be, so yeah, need to get back to work and figure some stuff out.
The Bikeman Pro Women class features legendary racers and defending champ Malin Coutu in her prime. But Ava McCurdy and Nelly LaBelle are poised and ready to pounce.
Our Bikeman Performance Pro-Am Women Final is up next. Can anyone stop the machine Malin Coutu? Well, 1 round ago, she wound up getting tangled up with Anna Hauger at the start. Could do no better than 7th. Victoria Dillon was the winner. Is there anybody, do you think, that can stop her? Heads up.
I don't think so. Not right now. Not the way Malin is riding, but you just never know. You got to get through that first corner. You got to execute that first lap, and she's got the ability. Obviously, she's done it for years now, but she's getting more competition, and those passes just don't come as easy as they once did. Coutu, good jump. Doesn't get... Yes, there she is. She does get it. Pull shot to Malin.
So the stud boy hole shot to Malin Coutu, elbows up for that second spot between Cecily Bernach on that red and blue Southside Polaris sled and Nelly LaBelle on the Makita Warnet Racing sled.
Looks like LaBelle has found her way into that second spot, so pay attention, see if she can sit back there, learn a little bit from Malin. She does right there, she goes for that triple. Needs a little bit more though.
And with Cecily Bernache back in third, I think it would be a first career podium for her. But Ava McCurdy is giving her fits right now. And then Carissa Blessom is starting to close in on them. So some of the riders who didn't get the greatest of start starting to bunch up now and a battle for that final podium position.
And our winner last night, Dylan, sitting in that 7th spot. You see her just get into the screen. She's got a lot of work to do. She's basically at the bottom of the hill, and the leader, Malene, is at the top. So, yeah, McCurdy, kind of what I thought I would see out of her right now. She's showing that speed. She just needs to piece the whole race together, and look at that.
Yeah, Carissa going to come out almost alongside Bernache as they sweep out and into the FXR turn contact, and it's Ava McCurdy who goes by both of them.
McCurdy gets a 2-for-1. Had nothing to do with it but pick up and be the benefactor of that. So McCurdy's going to move her way all the way up into third, and sometimes you just got to be lucky and in the right place at the right time, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, Cecily and Carissa making contact, going for the same piece of real estate. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Malene Coutu, machine on cruise control, doing Malene things.
Yeah, that's what she was looking for last night. Unfortunately, had that crash on the starting line, didn't get that start. Now got the start and is checking out 7.3 seconds out on LaBelle, but McCurdy is closing that down, and she's only 3.5 behind LaBelle, so the battle for second is not over yet.
Final lap here and final corner now for Malene Coutu. The machine is back on top of the box here at the Mount Zion Snocross National.
Back on top where we're so accustomed to seeing you. What did it take to shake off the gremlins that plagued you in our previous round to find your way back to the top?
It was a very low morning, I'll tell you that much. Didn't get a lot of sleep, but I don't know, it's in the past, done with that, got that out of the way. Not what I wanted, but whatever. Like I said, got that out of the way. Very happy about that and happy to be back up here. And Cole, my husband, really appreciate him for being here. And Missy and Jeff for everything they do for me, my parents at home, and thank you guys.
It's the final. Can Elias Ischel complete the comeback? Round 3 of the AMSOIL Triple Crown is next. AMSOIL Championship Snocross is presented by the U.S. Air Force. A rewarding future starts here. Aim high. And by AMSOIL. Performance you demand, protection you deserve.
Now we shift our focus to the final race of this evening and the final leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown, where there happens to be a tie at the top between Elias Ischel and Emil Haar. Order of finish in this third and final leg will determine who's going to win between those two, unless they have a major problem, and then maybe, just maybe, Jordan LaBelle may have a shot.
That's right, LaBelle has a shot, but it's an outside shot. The battle behind LaBelle is the one I'm going to pay attention to. There's about 5 riders all biting for that podium, and we're about 5 seconds away from finding out exactly. Seem to have an issue here. Oh, the number 10.
Yeah, it's Mika Lamy on the Polaris. Fell back, so they'll reset the 30-second clock, I believe. Much like you would reset the play clock in an NFL game.
That's right, we're gonna reset the clock. You see it right there, 15 seconds to go. Can Haar get it done? Does Elias have one more in him?
Or is somebody completely different going to wind up winning this one? That's why we run the races. It's time for the final leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Who will get the stud boy hole shot? Oh, and man, it is so close to call. It might have been Jordan LaBelle who got in there first, but now he gets pushed out to the outside, and as they charge their way down into the corner, it's the Viking Rocket, Elias Ischel, who has grabbed the lead away.
Elias doing exactly what he needed to do, and look at Yerk and Haar all right there.
Yerk in second. Emil Haar lurking back there as well. Riley Bester in the mix along with Adam Peterson. So the Lavali Red Bull Polaris is getting a good start here in this third leg of this AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Yellow flag out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not sure who is down in that. Might be Cody Cam. And it is Cody Cam just not getting the breaks he needs.
Now we saw Emil Har work his way up into second previously a lap ago as more problems for Mika Lamy here as he wound up getting his sled turned around and pointed in the right direction. Viking Rocket Elias Ischel leads over Yerk and Har. We're starting to say Har was third and worked his way up into second, but then had a gritty battle with Ischel in the second leg. And right now he's setting up to have a gritty battle with Jacob Yerk for the number 2 position.
He sure is. And one guy to pay attention to is Salston. He's moved his way up to 5th. He was outside, not too far off of where Har is right now. So he is on the gas. I think we're going to have a 4-way battle before you know it.
Yerk trying to find a way to hold off Emil Har. This yellow flag will benefit him being down here in the FXR turn, but now they pull the yellows, so that means we'll be clear to go racing all the way around the track.
Oh, look at Har, made a big mistake, jumps off the track.
Oh, that's going to cost him some track position. And maybe a spot, maybe 2 by the time scoring and timing and scoring cycles when we come back to the AMSOIL finish line jump. So a rare miscue from Emil Har is going to set him back. Let's see how many positions it wound up costing him. Well, it cost him a little bit of track position, and fortunately not a field position. He remains in 3rd, followed by Peterson and Salston, who are starting to battle for the 4th and 5th positions. And now working his way down to the inside, that is Jacob Yerk, doing the work here, trying to hold off the charge from Emil Har, who is seemingly coming back very, very quickly after that miscue.
Yeah, he sure is. He knows that he cannot afford to make mistakes like that. And you got the Elias Ischel way out front right now, 5-second lead. It is just ridiculous how he has responded. Obviously gotten himself a little bit more comfortable from the last round, and look at this, Har starting to make his move.
Let's see if he can get it off the outside of the left-hander. Dangles the ski off the edge of the track as he gets up alongside Yerk, jumps in ahead, going into the FXR turn. So the Moose has worked his way up into the runner-up spot, but he's got a long way to go and only about 4 minutes and 45 seconds to get there. Elias Ischel maintaining the lead. Emil Har now second. Jacob Yerk in 3rd. Adam Peterson, Riley Bester. Good showing for the Lavallee Red Bull Polaris is now in 4th and 5th. Oscar Norm 6th. Pat Node, LaBelle, Kern, and Kirchmeier rounding out the top 10 in this final leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown as we watch the race leader out of the Skoquist Racing Team stable, Elias Ischel, putting that Skidoo through its paces.
Is just on one today. Look at this. How he ties that corner together. This looks fantastic going up that hill. That sled is working perfectly.
Yeah, and he just caught the back of the field. That's Evan Doubt that he just put a lap down. He's working on trying to put a lap on the Jesse Kirchmeier, number 42. Jacob Yerk, meanwhile, checking in on him. The Kylo Racing Arctic Cat sitting back there in the 3rd position as he works his way down here through the Polaris turn.
I'm gonna call it out right now. These lappers need to recognize that blue flag. I'm seeing a lot of them still battling, even though the leader gets up right beside them. They need to be a little bit more aware. Pay attention. They are going a lap down. Get out of the race. You are not in it right now.
Jacob Yerk working his way off the Skidoo corner here. Still trying to pursue Emil Har, but Har has opened up the gap here a little bit as he is going chasing after Elias Ischel. The gap between 1st and 2nd, 5.8 seconds. Back up here with the Viking Rocket.
He just put Salston down a lap right now.
Yeah, he's starting to carve his way through the back of the field here.
Salston must have went down because he was in 4th at one point in this race. And see Norum, he's going a lap down as well. So Elias lapping his way up into 9th spot right now.
Oh, and wait a minute, hand up in the air from Elias. I wonder if he was maybe displeased with the lap traffic. You were just talking a moment ago about paying attention to the blue flags. Oh, and Adam Peterson has run into an issue. He was running as high as 4th in the field in his 3rd leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown, but problem at the top of the U.S. Air Force Flyaway is going to ruin what was potentially a good finish for him.
It sure is. And Elias, he needs to just focus on his race. Do not worry about those lappers that don't want to get out of the way. You start taking your hands off the handlebars, anything can happen, so just stay focused.
Minute 45 plus a lap to go. So again, it was a tie coming into this final leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. Both Ischel and Haar on 3 points. Order of finish in this deciding leg will determine the overall. Right now, it's advantage Ischel.
Yeah, Ischel is all-day advantage. He has executed the starts better than Haar. He's been faster than Haar in this last round. He's corrected the problems that he had, that he expressed. He said he wasn't riding very good. We've seen it. He just wasn't flowing like we know he can, and I almost thought that he had lost his brakes. Well, his brakes work just fine, and you're seeing that now. Look at how he launches up into that corner.
Well, he has definitely not backed off the pace here, cutting laps at a 28.77. He did a 27.23. That's purple, fastest lap of the entire race.
I think he's trying to make a statement right now. I think he realizes he feels absolutely perfect right now, and he's going to put it down. And he wants everybody to think over the Christmas holiday that he is here to stay and play and take this championship to the end. And this is what you need to do.
So Ischel will likely have a couple of more laps left to run here as he'll come around the left-hander, work his way back to the AMSOIL finish line jump as he puts another sled a lap down. So the clock will expire on this lap, which means the next time by, he gets to see the white flag. Wow, just 24 hours prior, he picks up the win in the AMSOIL Dominator and a $10,000 payday. And then how about coming out and potentially locking down the overall in round number 1 of the season?
Bouncing his way through there, looking pretty solid. He'll take this, go to the bank with this finish, and it's gonna be all right. We're only 1 round down.
White flag is out now, so everybody on their final lap. Viking rocket Elias Ischel charging up to the top of the U.S. Air Force Flyaway. Emil Haar was just down at the bottom of the flyaway in relation, so that gives you an idea of the gap between first and second. But for the Viking rocket Elias Ischel, I think he can say the comeback is now officially complete. Ischel comes across the AMSOIL finish line over the finish by the double checkers. Not only winner of the 3rd leg, but winner of the overall AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown.
A lot of people cheering for you as you come up to accept this trophy. Elias, it was a very emotional and rewarding weekend for you, to say the least. Did you ever think that in your recovery that you'd be standing on top of the box here tonight for round 1?
Yes. If not, I wouldn't have been here, and I would believe it all the time. But of course, I doubted it along a lot of times, but I didn't go here for anything else. And yeah, can't thank my whole team enough for this one. And this feels awesome, and good job to the guys behind me. Yeah, this season started kind of good, so let's go.
The champ is back, guys. Congratulations to our top 3 in tonight's round 1 for Pro.
Well, Robbie, the Viking rocket completes the comeback, and AMSOIL Dominator, number 3 for him done, and then he turns around and he wins the 3rd and deciding leg of tonight's AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown to pick up the overall.
Yeah, any doubt of Elias not being 100% is squashed right now. He is back to his full form, looked absolutely amazing, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring later this year.
And you can keep track of everything that's happening on our official website at snocross.com. Check out all of the great social media content we have across all sorts of social media platforms as well. For Erica Allreed and Robbie Malinowski, I'm Paul Small. Thanks for watching this Fox Sports presentation of AMSOIL Championship Snocross.